Back to Dead Man DZ's kanji studies. We got 12 new kanji and they are coming right in your grill. So here we go. We're just going to start it off. I guess I'll do a short introduction. I haven't done one in a little while. What we're going to do is I'm going to go through 12 kanji, 12 vocabulary words, and their associated kanji. And I'm going to write each one down 10 times, and I hope you can follow along with me. Remember to check out gshow.org /stroke order. Alright, our first one for the night is Heijitsu. Heijitsu. Heijitsu is a weekday or an ordinary day. And that's not English. Heijitsu. Heijitsu desu. Our new kanji here is this guy. Kunyomi readings are Taira and also Hira. And our Unyomi readings are Hei and Byo. And this means even, flat, or peace, as in Heiwa. But in this case, we got Heijitsu, or a weekday or an ordinary day. An even or flat day is a Heijitsu. Heijitsu. Heijitsu no hei, byo. Even, flat, or peace. Peace as in hei wa. Heijitsu as in normal weekday. Heijitsu no hei desu. Hei. Heijitsu no hei. As in heijitsu. Number 2. Let me look this up, I think. So fune can be this, or it can be this. Fune. And our onyomi is going to be shu. It's a little interesting because the other kanji we know for fune just has this part of it on the left side, and it's not the entire thing itself. You know, this is a boat or a ship is a fune. Fune. Fune desu. Fune. Tap to see the order. Fune. 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 Fune is a boat or a ship is fune. Number 3. Kedo. This is kedo. Kedo is my favorite used to word for but, however, or although. However, there are others. Ga is also very commonly used as kind of but or an introduction in a sentence. But kedo is another alternative. Kedo. お腹が空いたんけど、冷蔵庫が、開くです。冷蔵庫も即です。も即です。Oh, that's good. I like that. That's I'm hungry, but my stomach's but my refrigerator's empty too. Kankoku is our next one. Kankoku. Kankoku is South Korea. South Korea, Republic of Korea, also the Korean Empire before that. We're just going to call this South Korea for now, I think. Our new kanji. This is country on the right side, kuni or koku. On the left side, we have this kanji here, which means... Oh, sorry. Readings are... The kunyomi, the Japanese readings, are kara. Hokani, ikedo, ikeda. Igeta. Igeta. And our onyomi, the original Chinese reading, is kan, or the Japanese translation of the Chinese reading, I should say. Kan. Kara, igeta, or kan, which just means Korea. Kara, igeta, kan is Korea. Our radical in this one are, on the left side we have bright, as in brilliant, and on the right side we have tanned leather. So bright tanned leather is Korea. Maybe they're thinking of the... I don't know what they're thinking of. There must have been some fashion from Korea that made leather shiny, maybe, and that's why they call the whole area Korea, as in shiny or brilliantly shining tanned leather. Who knows? Kan. Kankoku no kan is Korea. Kankoku no kan desu. Kankoku no kan. Kankoku. 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 他にからigeta or kan. Kara igeta kan is Korea. That's Korea. Bum, 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 bum. Kankoku no kan desu for Korea. Specifically South Korea, since they're split up. Before then, obviously, it meant the Empire of Korea. From way back when, in the 1800s, early 1900s. Kan. Kankoku no kan desu. Kankoku no kan. Kan desu. Kankoku no kan for Korea. Brilliantly shining tanned leather. Kankoku no kan desu. Kan. Number 5. It's going to be ueru. 植える、植える。植えるの意味は、植えるの意味は何でしょうかな。To plant, to grow, to insert, to transplant, to plant or to grow, to insert or transplant, to inoculate, or to instill. All kind of the same idea, and I'm glad that this one's one of those with many meanings, but they're all about the same, whereas a lot of words are many meanings and they're kind of all different. So many meanings all the same I can deal with. Ueru. Our kanji itself has a kunyomi reading of ueru, and our onyomi reading from China is shoku. Shoku desu. Shoku, and this is a plant. Radicals in the kanji are tree or wood on the left side, and on the right side we have straightaway, honesty, or frankness, and also to fix or repair. Naosu. So tree fixing itself is a plant. Interesting. Very interesting. 植える、他に食、植える。植えるです。他に食 for a plant. Ueru for a plant. Ueru, 他に食 or to plant. To grow it, to inoculate it. To grow something in some fashion somewhere, including ideas that you instill in people. Very interesting. Even ideas that you instill in people is still ueru, to grow. Very cool. The idea grew in his head. I guess it's not that weird. We do the same kind of things. Ueru, ueru. Number 6. 植える。次は通る。通るです。え？あ、間違ったの。通る。There we go. 通る。通る means to go by, to go past. To run between. To go into a room. To be relayed. Can also be to pass for. Toru. Our kanji itself we've already studied, which means traffic or pass through something. So the vocabulary word makes sense. Toru, to go by, to go past, to run between, to go into a room, to be relayed, or to pass for or as. Toru. Toru. 通る。他に、つ is our other reading for this kanji. つ or 通る。つ or 通る。つ or 通る。つ or 通る。つ、通る。And number 7. Number 7 is tokuni. We've already studied this kanji before, and really we've already studied the meaning for it. The only real addition here is that we're adding this particle to the end, which is indicating really what is, that something itself is special. We've studied the kanji before in the word tokubetsu, which is another word meaning, it's the adjective for special. And this just means particularly, especially, in particular, or expressly. Tokuni. 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 Tokuni desu. Tokuni. Especially or particularly is tokuni. 次は研究室。研究室。We've already studied all these kanji before. Shitsu is a room. And kenkyu is research or study. And together, a research room is a laboratory. A seminar room, or it can also be a professor's office. They'll probably use less often as a professor's office, and more often as laboratory. Kenkyu shitsu, the research room. Kenkyu shitsu. Kenkyu shitsu. Remember, even when we already know the kanji, I still practice them in writing because at some point I'm going to forget them. And a little bit of review always helps. Kenkyu shitsu. Kenkyu shitsu. Kenkyu shitsu. Number 9 is nebo. Nebo suru. Nebo is a noun. It's the case where you're sleeping in. This is nebo. Nebo is sleeping in. And also oversleeping. The kanji for this one are to sleep on the left side and, believe it or not, a priest's house or a boy on the right. I don't know why they're associating priests with oversleeping, but nebo can also be used to mean a late riser or the sleepyhead themselves. Nebo. Nebo. Nebo suru. If you want to make it a noun, use nebo suru. Nebo shimashita. I would probably say it as nebo shimaimashita if I'm using it as an excuse, as in, I didn't mean to sleep in late, but I totally did. 寝坊しまいました。寝坊しちゃった。寝坊。Either the person sleeping in or the act of sleeping in itself is nebul. Number 10. Oh, and I've skipped one. Oh, no, I haven't. Tsugi wa Dento desu. Dento. And that's not it. Dento Teki is legendary, I think. But in this case, we want Dento. There we go. Dento. This Dento is just an electric light. Electric light. Our new kanji here is this guy. Which is Kunyomi Hi. Onyomi is going to be To, which is a lamp, a light. Could also be a counter for lights. Radicals in this kanji are fire on the left side and a street on the right. Could also be a sign for tools. So the fire tool is a light. That makes sense. The fire tool. So if it's a fire tool that's using electricity, then it is an electric light or an electric lamp. Dento. Dento no to desu is the fire tool. Dento. It's written so weird. Dento no to hoka ni hi. Dento no to hoka ni hi. Dento no to hoka ni hi for the fire tool or lamp. And together we have den for electricity and to for a lamp. Dento is an electric light. Number 11. Number 11 is kega. Kega. Kega arimashita ka means did you get injured, or is there an injury, or was there an injury? This means injury to animate object. Can also mean hurt. Kega. Kega. And number 12, our last one for today, is gonna be manga desu. Manga. Manga. There she is. Manga. Everybody knows what manga is at this point in America. Manga is a cartoon, a comic, or a comic strip. Specifically from Japan. Though in Japan, it just means a comic. Calling a manga a comic is actually correct. I will stand up for that. I will say that is correct. It's just a comic. On the right side, we have brushstroke or picture, which makes sense, right? And on the left side, we have a kanji that actually means cartoon. Man is our reading for it. Thank goodness they didn't deviate with that. On the right side of this kanji, we have beautiful, or could be wide. And on the left side, we have water. And this is cartoon involuntarily, in spite of oneself, or corrupt. In spite of oneself or corrupt. Manga no man, a cartoon. Manga no man, cartoon picture. Manga no man. I'm gonna look up what that center radical is. I feel like I should know that by now, and I do not. 122 in Jisho. 122A. It's a net. Sun nets again. Water, sun, net again. Water, day, net again? Cartoon. Man. Manga no man. Manga no man. Manga no man. Love it when they've only got one reading. Manga. Manga. Alright, let's head back to the beginning and make sure we've got all these down. A weekday, an ordinary day, is a heijitsu. Heijitsu. A boat or a ship is a fune. Hokani shu. Fune, hokani shu. But, however, although is kedo. South Korea is going to be Kankoku. With the brilliance. I haven't studied this, have I? It's coming back to me in flashes that I might have already studied South Korea. Nope, guess not. Okay, Kankoku. Kankoku. Konkoku is South Korea. Konkoku. Our next one is going to be to plant, to grow, to insert, to transplant is ueru, with a tree on the left side. And on the right side for ueru, we have to fix or mend. Ueru. To grow, to plant, to instill, to inoculate. Ueru. Number 6. To go by, to go past is toru. Another reading for this kanji is tsu. Our next one is kenkyū shitsu, or the research room, aka the laboratory. Kenkyū shitsu. Kenkyū shitsu. Sleeping in, oversleeping, a late riser or a sleepyhead is nebo, with, for whatever reason, sleep, of course, and a priest's house, and or a boy. And again, very unfortunate that that kanji means both of those. Or is it on purpose? And our next one is electric light. Number 10 is an electric light, or dento, with den for electric, and to for a light tool or a lamp. Dento, nebo, kenkyu, tokuni. Oh, I forgot tokuni. Oopsie. Tokuni, especially. Tokuni is especially. Number 11 is injury to an animate object or hurt, which is kega. Kega. And finally, a cartoon or comic strip is manga, with water on the side of the sun, or the net again. And ga for brushstrokes or a picture. Manga. Alright, everybody, thanks for joining me tonight. I hope everyone has a wonderful evening and everybody gets some good sleep. For tomorrow is Friday. Friday fun day. Thanks for watching, everybody. Domo arigatou gozaimashita.